What's happening? I think that's the wrong term to use for this show. Hola? Is that the right? That's probably not. Do they use a lot of Spanish in Ireland?
I mean, maybe.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
What's going on, everybody?
Greetings, DJ.
Happy pre-St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day being tomorrow.
Greg was just laughing at me
because she's coughing because she went for a walk.
No, I went for what I just said is I went for a walk and my chest started getting a little tight. I take those damn stairs. It's like I ran a fucking marathon. And just instead of 2 flights, is that 2 flights or 1 flight? I don't.
It's not even. It's like a flight broken in half with a landing on it that you could stop and rest at if you really needed to.
I'm not 90.
Well,
but apparently I need to.
Sometimes. How y'all doing?
Free my lungs like I'm 90.
Greetings and salutations. Katie's back. We got Rubes. First one. DJ, what's happening?
Rubes.
You guys are having a good time. Go out. Jump into the YouTube boards. If you're on Facebook or any of the other ones, jump over to you know what I'm saying? Jump over to
you know what he's talking
the
about.
live stream.
You're picking up what he's putting down.
Then you can join in the chats. You can do all that good stuff. So welcome. The bar is open. Pre-St. Patty's Day show with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg, and that is Beth, who's having asthmatic issues right now.
Story of my fucking life lately.
Probably because you're not drinking green beer. Cheers, y'all. Green beer. It's going to die.
I told you if you would have had some Irish whiskey, I would have had a glass of whiskey.
Irish car bombs. Cheers.
Cheers.
Homemade green beer.
Looks disgusting, by the way.
It's Coors Light with
how many drops did you put in that?
Like 6. Trying to make my teeth turn colors and stuff. Whatever.
It is a pretty green though.
Mm-hmm. It's emerald.
When I make my
it's almost emerald green.
When I make my Christmas cookies, that's the green I'm going for. That's not the green I get with those. You have to buy professional grade food coloring.
You have to get professional grade?
Yeah, like it's like a instead of drops, I think it's almost like thicker. It's thicker, so it makes the color darker.
Okay.
That's why when you go to a bakery, they have real green and not white green.
I don't know what that means, but real green versus white green.
You what it was. Yeah, never mind.
What is white green?
I'm done. You weren't listening the first time. You missed out.
Okay, I'm good. Ew, stop it. Everybody's drank.
Right, Katie,
had a green
like,
beer.
Ew.
You gotta have a green beer.
Green. You're gonna poop green for like a day.
Probably not green. It'll just be darker than usual.
Which means it'll probably be a little green. Happens when I drink
wine. Then why
wine,
doesn't lettuce do that?
Because it's not a fake color that you're putting into your body.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to any of this.
See, you're going to shit gremlins tomorrow, Robbie said.
That's awesome.
He's watching Chips reruns.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's hilarious.
And the bar is open. Bag of weed, Chips reruns. Bar is open. It's all good. It's awesome. All we can ask for.
I mean, could you want more?
Right?
Oh.
Fucking red. So, at the top.
I'm hot.
Jess, what's going on? Robbie, I told you did
Jess. That's Jess.
At the top, real quick, want to give...
Hey, Jess. I wanted to ask you because when we were in Austin, you told me your mom got you something to help your lashes and eyebrows grow. Have you seen any growth? I ask because last night I've been using my stuff on my eyebrows too, and I'm seeing a couple little new hairs. I was like,
on your eyebrows? Are you supposed to get them on your? I thought you said your eyelashes.
Eyelashes, but you can use them on your eyebrows too. So like if you have a bald
I thought you were trying to keep those things down,
to a point. But I think as you get older, you start losing them by your nose. No, bitch. You start losing them closer to your like nose, and so I'm trying to get it to fill
so then you only have like right here, just on the edges.
I mean, you've seen those before. Like there are some people that have done that. I don't think I'll ever have that problem. No, it's not on purpose. They did it once, and their hair didn't grow back. She says I can tell a difference with my eyelashes. Ooh, nice.
We'll just get them tattooed on later on.
I could do that.
Hair plugs for women. Just your eyebrows.
Could you imagine?
Just like off your head. You have to like
Rogaine for brows.
You have to do like, you know how I have to trim my eyebrows because I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Like I'll get that random fucker that's like, I'm like, where the fuck that thing?
The gray one?
Yeah. Well, no, just like this random long.
I have one of those too.
I swear
Pops
to God.
up about every 6 months. It'll be like pink, and I'm like, what the hell?
There's more that goes into being a guy than you even know.
No, there's not. Really, there isn't.
You don't even have any idea what we have to do.
Oh, wait. You mean you have to manscape? You have to manscape, and that's about it, right?
The upkeep on this machine is top dollar.
Yeah, I'm sure. And it's really, really hard with your periods and everything.
You don't eat periods. You ever thrown your back out as a man? You ever caught a cold as a man? No,
No,
you don't
because
know me.
all of you die.
You don't know my
when you
life.
Throw out your back or catch a
Oh, I
cold.
forgot to turn on the light. I gotta. There goes that. Hang on.
Smooth move, X-Lax. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Nice, Ruben.
Oldest thing I've ever heard. Smooth move.
Brow gain. See, Robbie
Brow
heard me. I
gain?
said Rogaine for
We're
your
gonna
eyebrows.
go green for today.
And he said brow gain.
We got
Brow
the green
gain.
light on. All right. So at the top, real quick, it is Dad's birthday. He is a St. Patrick's Day baby. So with that, I want to just do a shout out to him. He's an amazing, amazing guy. He'll be 87 tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for taking my feel good.
Well, it's already at the top. So
Okay.
you're gonna come up with a different feel good. It's
Oh,
at the
there
top.
he is.
Yeah. So if you guys can guess which one he is, you win a prize. I'm not sure what the prize will be,
Well, I mean,
but
not sure what the prize will be. It'll be that you had the knowledge before anybody
so
else.
he's
did.
a retired DEA agent, retired Marine, once Marine, always Marine, cop, fucking
MP.
teacher, MP, you name it.
Customs
he's done
agent.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really cool that we get to hang out. We hang out with him every Sunday. Go get lunch or dinner or one or the other. But we're gonna go out tomorrow night to a little Mexican food.
Yep.
One of
With
his
a bunch
favorite
of our family.
spots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little El Chef.
Brothers and their families.
Right. But I did want to throw this picture out specifically because I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna re-premiere the shows that I did with him back in the day.
Oh, cool.
So we're coming up on 2 years of doing this.
Oh, okay.
So March 24th is 2 years of us doing this show, right?
That's crazy.
So right around the beginning of us doing this show is when I recorded 4 episodes, maybe a few months into
Yeah,
it, something
I'd say at
like
least
that.
a handful of months.
Yeah, but close to the beginning.
Right.
And never interviewed anybody, but we just sat down and we talked for, I think it was 4 episodes, maybe 5. I can't recall right.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
But I'm
either.
going to go through and I'm going to re-premiere them. They're all about an hour-ish, a little less than an hour.
Mhm.
And I think everybody will get a kick out of it, especially those that haven't seen it, because we kind of go into some detail on some of his cases and then, of course, his life. And I think he's had such a fucking amazing life. I don't know what that was. Dog just crashed into something.
Lucy, up to
Yeah.
no good.
So I'm going to re-premiere those over the next few days. And I'll just set some random times, just throw them out there. If you get a chance, go check them out. They really are pretty cool. Once you get into, like I said, his DEA days, he couldn't go into full detail on a lot of them because some agents are still alive and stuff like that. They were younger than him, but you never know.
I don't think those agents are still in the field at this age.
No. It's just because of the shit. He was like, yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because there's
Gigi's on. I missed
when
it.
you're dealing with
Hi, Gigi.
cartels and shit like that, because
Welcome.
he was an undercover agent. So it really is interesting. So happy birthday to Albert Castro on that. We just wanted to throw that out there. So
Yes. Thanks, babe.
cheers again. We're getting people jumping in here. One more cheers. You don't have to drink. 'Cause you're
I'll drink because
loser.
I'm drinking Coke.
Loser.
Whatever.
Pre-St. Patty's Day. She takes Friday off. Friday.
What day should I take off?
Not St.
then?
Patrick's Day. She takes
Well,
Friday
no,
off.
because none of the fun's going to start till after work is over. Why would I take Thursday off?
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. Hey, real quick, beginning. Go out, check us out on Bars Open on with Beth and Greg on iTunes, Spotify, all the podcast places, but also on, of course, YouTube, Facebook. You can watch the videos there. And then we throw these out Wednesdays and Fridays. Fridays are a little looser, obviously.
Quite a bit looser.
Jesus. Yeah. Friday show, we went a full 2 hours.
And I remember about an hour of it.
Really?
I mean, here's the thing. When I start drinking, apparently I stop using my brain altogether when it comes to memory. Because I'll be like, I did that. And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, I was drunk, but I wasn't that drunk. Or maybe
Well, it's
I was
because after the show.
Maybe I was that
You
drunk.
stopped drinking probably. You
After the
remember.
show.
Yeah. So do you have a problem blacking out on a regular basis?
I mean, maybe. Only on Fridays, though.
Nothing like finding a problem at 52 years old.
Right? I mean, only on Fridays. So if it's just one day a week, is it really a problem at
We
52
could
years old?
curtail it. We just stopped doing the whiskey reviews.
Fuck that shit.
It's your favorite part.
That is my favorite part.
It's all good. Good deal. Thank you
Hey,
all
Davey.
for coming in. Davey, what's happening? Hey, man, if you need anything, ring me.
Why, what's
No,
wrong?
He got laid off, unfortunately. But if you need
Oh.
anything, ring me. Our
Sorry,
company
bud.
does hire. We do have people that are remote. So if you want to check
Take
it
a
out,
look.
give me a call. Who else we got? We got Ruben Snyder said, would it be Saint Paco or Pablo in the Hispanic community instead of Saint Patrick?
I think it's still St. Patrick. It's just.
I've got some fun facts. You guys want to jump into those real quick?
Sure.
Some St. Patty's fun facts. Give me a minute to pull this shit up. 13 lucky facts about St. Patrick's Day. I'm definitely not going to read them all because some of them suck. First one, we should really be wearing blue on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick himself
Saint Nacho. Yes, DJ, that's it.
would have to deal with pinching on his feast day.
I'm sorry, what?
St. Patrick himself would have to deal with pinching on his feast day.
Like pinching with your fingers?
Pinching. That's why it's if you aren't wearing green, you get pinched.
Oh, okay.
Right? Though we've come to associate Kelly green with the Irish and the holiday, the 5th century saint's official color was St. Patrick's blue, a light shade of sky blue.
So
the color green only became associated with the big day after it was linked to the Irish independence movement in the late 18th century.
I'm glad it's green and not it's baby blue.
Yeah. I mean, baby blue's not. I mean, if it's a baby blue, like a light sky blue.
Isn't that a baby blue?
I guess it kind of is.
I don't look as good in light blues as I do in greens.
You got it, Davey. Yeah. St. Nacho is what DJ said. Is that what you said, honey?
Yes.
Okay, good. St. Patrick wasn't even Irish.
No?
Nope. Although he made his mark by introducing Christianity to Ireland in 432, Patrick himself wasn't Irish. He was born to Roman parents in Scotland or Wales in the late 4th century.
I mean, it's kind of Irish, right? Scotland, Wales,
No,
it's all.
definitely not.
I'm kidding.
No. Little luck of the Irish right there. Nothing like Coors Light and
Poop green for days.
and green food coloring. No shit. Food coloring. I don't think I haven't touched food coloring in 20 years.
You've never touched food coloring in the time that we've been together, so
See?
probably longer than that.
St. Patrick's Day used to be a dry holiday.
No
What
alcohol?
the fuck?
And
It is
then
literally in the U.S. and probably Ireland.
just a reason to party.
It's a reason to get fucking
I mean,
hammered.
obviously in Ireland, they have a countdown.
Yeah. They
A
do.
Guinness countdown.
Like theirs is like, we have the Guinness countdowns of pubs and stuff like that. St. Patty's Day.
Hey, D.
It's just like New Year's Eve in the United States, basically. I mean, we do St. Patty's Day big here.
Yeah,
but
I mean, yeah, I don't, definitely doesn't go until midnight because everybody usually starts drinking earlier.
what, St. Patty's Day?
We've done
No, it goes until
a lot of fun
basically-
stuff on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, we've done some crazy shit. As you might expect, St. Patrick's Day is a huge deal in his own old stomping grounds. It's a national holiday in both Ireland and Northern Ireland up to the 70s. But up till the 70s, pubs were closed on that day. The one exception went to beer vendors at the National Dog Show, which was always held on St.
that's
Patrick's Day. Why? I don't know. Weird. Before that time, the Saint's Feast Day was considered more solemn, strictly religious occasion. So there you go.
Not anymore.
St. Patrick's Day, I think I mentioned this one last year, but St. Patrick's Day's the first St. Patrick's Day was held in New York City in 1762, or in New York City was the first year.
1762?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's right around my Outlander times.
Chicago dyes the rivers, the Chicago
San Antonio
River
does too.
green.
The river,
Do we?
Antonio
I couldn't
Riverwalk?
remember if we did.
San Antonio Riverwalk, they dyed green.
We should go down there sometime.
Yeah.
Not that I really give a shit.
Boy, just to pay $5 for that green beer instead of $3?
It would be like $7.
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
added food coloring, right? Find out the good ones. There's a reason for the shamrocks. How did the shamrock become associated with St. Patrick's? According to Irish legend, the saint used the 3-leafed plant, which is not to be confused with the 4-leaf clover, as a metaphor for the Holy Trinity.
Ah, okay.
There you go. We learned something. This is not just for
It's
fun.
funny because
We learn something as we.
don't they normally use a 4-leaf clover on St. Patrick's
That's
Day
the good
stuff?
luck one.
But
It's just good luck.
I know. I have 4-leaf.
on mine. I don't think so.
No,
just
but I
got
do.
Drunk Irish yoga positions. Cold weather helped St. Patrick claim fame. Yeah. Credit for giving. So he gets credit. I talked about this one last year as well. Remember, he gets credit for driving all of the snakes out of Ireland.
Yes.
But it's technically too cold
For there
for
to be real
snakes to be
snakes.
any,
for there
any
to
snakes in
snakes,
Ireland because it was It was landlocked only because of an ice bridge way back when.
So it's always been cold there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sucks there. Well, it doesn't suck, but you know what I mean? Like for snakes, right? They're cold-blooded.
Right.
So, and then Americans run up quite the bar tab on St. Patrick's Day. In 2017, it was estimated that 13 million pints of Guinness would be consumed worldwide on St. Patrick's Day. And in 2020, it was estimated that in America, overall beer sales were up 174%. So, I mean, granted, that was right at the beginning of the lockdown too, though. Like the whole pandemic bullshit, right?
What year? 22?
2020.
Oh, 2020.
So everybody was getting hammered anyway. I think that was like, we were up in Breckenridge when that happened. It was that week that we came back.
Mhm.
Remember, we drove back. So yeah, people were getting hammered up there.
Yeah.
Up in Breckenridge, it's like 8,000 feet or something.
Yeah.
7,000 feet
I
or
think when you
whatever.
say people, that was including us because
Yeah.
of the 8,000 feet.
So Americans would spend over $6 billion celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
Wow. That's some serious
Some
shit right
cash.
there.
Some cash.
Hmm.
So I got one more
Yeah.
on St. Patrick's Day
Okay.
because I was like, what in the fuck? And it's thinking over here. It's where do leprechauns come from? And why the fuck are those a thing, right?
Because Jennifer Aniston was
think-
in a movie with one,
Her first movie,
the Leprechaun.
Leprechaun like 1
Yeah.
or 2, something
The
like that.
original Leprechaun.
Was it?
One.
Where did leprechauns come from?
Hell, apparently, according to that movie. Not really. but
Where
kind of.
leprechauns are always associated with the Irish and St. Patrick's Day.
Irish.
They've also been seen in films, cartoons, stories, and forever.
Cereal.
On cereal boxes, right? My Lucky Charms.
They're magically
They're usually
delicious.
shown as friendly red-headed pixies or fairies who wear green, look after pot of gold, and grant 3 wishes.
I didn't
However,
know they were fairies, though.
I guess they're considered fairies. However, leprechauns didn't always look like this. Before Christianity was brought to Ireland by St. Patrick, the Irish believed that their kings and queens descended from gods called Tuatha de
Did you say
Danann.
what?
Honey.
Sounded
This
like
is a
you said twat.
family-friendly show. Tuatha.
Bless you.
These gods took the form of fairies on Earth and were tall as people or taller. Leprechauns were the tallest of them all and mostly wore red coats.
Okay.
They did play tricks on people and they did collect
Little
gold.
tricksters.
But apart from that, they weren't anything like leprechauns we see. So how did they end up turning from that? So one idea is that Christianity spread, the fairies and elves of Irish mythology turned into children's stories.
Okay.
As the stories became less important, the fairies themselves became smaller and less scary to children. Kind of like a
So it doesn't
the
really
bunny
tell
rabbit.
us where they came from. They're just telling
it's
us what
the
they
lore
were.
behind
Okay.
it. So
So
this
DJ
is
said
where we
according
put
to
up the sign that's
23,
like the more you know. Bling.
according to DJ said, according to 23 and me, I am the patron saint of unprotected sex on my Irish side.
Damn right. That's awesome. Did it actually say that?
And then
Yeah.
Alex and Pagers joined us.
Nice. What's going on, everybody? Happy pre-St. Patrick's Day.
Happy Irish Day.
I don't know. What else do you do?
Well, not most of us don't do that.
When was the last time you and I went out and partied for St. Patrick? Was it Vegas when we bought these shirts?
No,
'Cause
Breckenridge.
this shirt, oh, that's right. This shirt, I think
That
I
was the
bought
year
when I was like
before.
14 years old. Where it
Yeah.
shrank.
No, I think you bought it that way.
It must have weighed less.
You've never, you don't lose weight. You don't gain weight. That's why we all hate you.
Maybe that's got bigger muscles.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Because you're huge.
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 Huge. Drinking some of my green beer over here.
Daylight
All right.
savings time.
So we're jumping into some of the regular stories. You guys, thank you so much for joining us, hanging out tonight. Hope you guys have some fun shit planned for tomorrow night. If you don't, you're just going to chill and watch everybody else get DUIs. That's fine too.
Right. Ruben said, make sure you watch Boondock Saints and drink Guinness for the next 24 hours.
Great movie.
There's two
Boondock
of them.
Saints.
There's two of them. The
We're
second one's
going
not
to
as
a
good.
Mexican food place tomorrow night. It's going to be fucking empty.
Won't. I guarantee you it won't be.
You don't think so?
Nope.
We don't have a lot of Irish pubs right around us, like at all.
No, it's not true.
The one went out of business over at Lock and
Oh, yeah. That's true.
or wherever it was.
We don't.
We
I'm like
don't.
trying to think. I'm like,
Ian knows him because he's all Irish across the street.
Right.
Neighbor Ian, you guys have seen on the show.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't think we don't have an Irish pub around here.
I'm sure there's one somewhere. We just don't
sad.
know it.
Daylight savings time could it says is permanent, but it could become permanent in the future. How do you feel about that?
I would say yay.
So does it stay at this time?
This is daylight savings time.
I lived in Arizona for 20 years.
Yeah. You forgot how to figure it out.
I thought it was 7:15 a few minutes ago or an hour ago.
8:15.
That's like, hey, we got to hurry up.
So that's like my Saturday night. So I was reading, right? And I was going to go to bed and I finally was like, okay, at 2:00, I am going to bed, completely forgetting about the time change. And legit, when I looked down, I was like, 3:00. Did I fucking time travel? What the hell? And then I was like,
when it shifted. Yeah, that was funny.
Time change.
Ruben asked, how am I not doing corned beef and potatoes?
Oh, gross.
Because I've only had corned beef and potatoes like
why would you
once in my life.
corned
My
beef,
grandmother made them, and I was like, nah. Hey, I'll eat some Irish food. But her whole family's Hispanic, and I don't think they'll touch corned beef and potatoes.
I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. It's gross. Ugh.
See, that's the
reason.
And
not because I'm Hispanic, but because I have taste buds.
It is good if you give it a chance.
Yeah, so is a lot of things.
She doesn't like coleslaw, so.
I don't like anything that smells weird, tastes weird.
So the Senate unanimously, this the other night, Senate unanimously passed a bill to make daylight savings permanent starting November 23rd, 2023. The bill heads back to the House. If successful, it would end biannual clock changes and lead to more. I can't
imagine why it wouldn't be successful.
It's weird that
it's not like it's going to impact. Well, next year is kind of weird.
One of the weird things that I thought about
permanent now.
I'm like, they picked right now to do that, to vote on this in Senate.
Because it's top of mind.
Yeah, but with all the other shit going on in the world, you decide to vote on that and unanimously build. What's this New World Order shit doing? They're trying to control us. I don't know.
I mean, I can't find any fault in
conspiracy theories. I love this time of year. I love it when it stays late light.
Once we get a couple weeks in, I love it. But like right now, I'm still like adjusting.
Dragging ass. I think that's the biggest issue with everybody. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. We still have a clock that I haven't changed.
Which one?
The one in the kitchen.
Oh, you haven't changed that yet?
That was what fucked me up tonight. I looked at it like I wear a watch. I carry a watch.
And you never look at them, apparently.
Evidently not. So I don't know.
That's
what do you guys think? Is it something you give a shit about?
I mean, I'm for it.
As long as I just want it to stay the same. Arizona, it was always nice. Everybody else had to fuck off and change. And we just.
Yeah.
Okay.
What DJ said, he's excited that he doesn't have to worry about a time change.
Yeah.
All you have to remember when you live in Arizona is, okay, you used to be on the same time zone as Colorado.
Everybody
now you're
else changes. Yeah, you go to Mountain or you go to Pacific.
Right.
That was it.
So now you're an hour behind Colorado, same time frame as California. So they're 2 hours behind us now.
Oh, it would always stay that way, wouldn't it?
I mean, you're going to have some bad with the good, right? You just got to accept it.
Can't the whole United States just be all one time? It's getting dark at like 3:00 in the afternoon.
Because I'm saying the sun's setting.
I'm like, I'm fine with that. You motherfuckers get up at like 5. Start your day at 5:00 no, that would suck.
Why would it be? Oh, I see what you're saying. Because if we all were 3:00.
As long as it doesn't affect me and I get sundown at like 8:30 at night.
Well, you're not even there yet.
Year round.
We'll get there in another month, I bet.
We missed this show. So this was the story that I posted about like for Friday. And then Friday shows go on a tangent.
Right.
Always. At least they have been. In the
Always.
past while. But Beth's got a story.
That's probably why that girl gave us the bad review, because she joined in on a Friday.
I don't care. Beth's got a story about a stolen box of heads.
So
please share with us.
In Denver, a box containing human heads was stolen from a truck in Denver, Colorado. And now police are searching for any information regarding its whereabouts. So basically, this truck, I guess, I don't know if it was like a delivery truck, but just this big truck that was parked on the side, the sidewalk in front of somebody's house from 2:30 p.m. to 9:30 a.m. Sometime in between there, somebody stole a blue and white box containing human heads for medical research purposes and was labeled exempt human specimens. So they knew there was something human in there.
Yeah. Cadaverish, something, but it was heads.
Yeah.
Of all the fucking things.
Yes, it was heads. It says the 20 by 15 by 18 inch box for Science Care was written on the side. Science Care is a program for donating bodies to science to help improve Scientific research and education.
So something just came to mind. Tim Kennedy put a video out today. At least I caught it today, where he was shooting a Desert Eagle, and it's like a 50 cal, like big hand, like pistol.
Right.
And I think it's 50 cal at least. I don't know, something like that. And he was shooting watermelons. And that's all I can picture in my head. It's like these heads, like lined up like a watermelon.
They're asking that if anybody finds a box containing these human heads,
turn them in.
They're encouraging them to call authorities. Encouraging. So what do you think the reaction was? They were like, ooh, maybe it's somebody's hurt and they'll pay us good money to get it back. And then you open it and it's just a box of human heads. And you're like, well, now what the fuck am I going to do with it?
I don't know.
Do you go and you buy those? You remember like in medieval
somebody's
times, they
like,
would put
I fucked up, and they just threw them in a dumpster somewhere.
I know. But they used to put the heads on a stick.
Pikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? He's got
Like
that all in his backyard.
Yard.
He's got it in his backyard. He's like, you want
torches in
come over
between
party friends? I got heads. I got heads going on.
He's saving them for Halloween.
Right? They're in his freezer.
Oh, that's gnarly. Could happen though.
I mean, and then I was like, oh, the poor families that donated those heads. Are they sad?
They don't even know. No, that generally doesn't. You don't even know.
Really?
If you donate your body to science or whatever,
they don't let your next of kin know that the head you donated was stolen.
Like you can donate organs,
right? Which
or you could donate like your whole body to science.
Not my body, just my organs to somebody who needs it.
Yeah. Assuming mine.
Apparently not
okay.
my lungs though, because my lungs aren't good for
shit.
Yeah.
For walking up a flight of stairs divided by 2 with a landing that I'm going to put a couch on or a chair maybe.
Fuck you.
They just get you one of those ones we've talked about with your dad. It's like, yeah.
You know what? I would ride that even if my lungs weren't bothering me, just because that seems like fun. But it's seatbelt driven, so it won't go till I put the seatbelt on, even though it's like.
What movie was that? Or show?
It was
where the girl. Oh, what the fuck?
Annabelle, wasn't it?
It was Annabelle. Yeah.
Creation of Annabelle or something like that.
Yep, the new Annabelle.
Where she was in a wheelchair. Yeah.
She had like a bum leg from polio or something like that.
And she had to put the seatbelt on. But if she put the seatbelt on, then the dog could get her.
Because it went super slow. It was sad.
Yeah, it was sad in a ha 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 kind of way.
Yeah. Sad for her.
So yeah, if you stole those heads, give them back.
I mean, what else? I mean, literally the only thing else you can do is fucking like save them for Halloween.
Seriously.
But you have to be out in the woods doing that. And so that they aren't just like, we couldn't do it in our backyard.
Why? Because our neighbors would see it?
Well, I mean.
But how do they know they're real
like if you were at a cabin,
if we didn't tell them,
cabin in the woods, right?
If we didn't tell them they were real heads, would they know they were real heads?
I don't know. Probably. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, could you duct tape around the bottom so they don't like juice?
Well, I think that.
I think that's the problem.
I think they're probably out of juice by this point. Ew.
Trying to find my devil's box one here real quick.
I'm catching up on.
What are you catching up on?
We
had some weird stories tonight. Like we got the head. We've got this one. Man finds a mystery box inside a wall.
Hey, Javon.
With "Do Not Release" carved into it.
Wait. A what?
A mystery box. If you ever found like just a wooden box. Okay, so we're into like the shit, right? Like the ghost stuff. Shit. Right, and what are they called? Dybbuk boxes.
Dybbuk boxes, where they say you have to like encase them in blah 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 blah, and
da
da da da, and then bury them in the ground.
Right, or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, and then somebody finds them and it unleashes.
So here's my thought. I honestly, if it said "Do not open," "Do not ever open," I'd be like, I'm opening it. Unless I thought with my paranormal brain.
Do you give it to a friend and be like, "Hey, take this home and open it.
Tell me what's in it."
Yeah. Do you mind? I don't have time today, but you go ahead.
No, because then what if they come back and murder you for all the bad you brought in their life?
It's on you. It says "Do not fucking open," right? So a man found a mystery box inside a wall with a "Do not release" carved into it. Do not release. TikToker found the terrifying discovery behind a wall in his attic in his Welsh home. You know, his home is old as shit. So he'd been trying to plug the gaps of the wall in his home with insulation material, and he spotted something behind the bricks. It was part of a renovation project. Who cares? Said reports he discovered a locked wooden box with a pentagram carved on one side of the box. In the words, I'm not saying that.
Pentagram would probably
in Welsh, which roughly translates to "do not release." Oh, and he opened it.
Oh, and if it had a what's the name of the star you just said? Pentagram. I wouldn't open that. That would cease my actions, because I'm at least smart enough to be like, that's not good.
He said a week later, so he was doing that. He found it a week later while continuing renovating the room. He noticed, excuse me, a mirror in the corner that rattled when he moved it, but the edges had been sealed shut.
When he moved what?
He moved a mirror in that room.
Well,
he was insulating this room, and he moved a mirror.
Okay.
And it rattled.
Well, yeah, he moved it.
Well, I don't know. I'm just reading what the mirror tells me. Okay. So curiosity got the better. It said the edges have been sealed shut. Curiosity got the better of him. So he took a hammer and smashed the glass, which is probably bad luck, right?
Well,
isn't that 7 years bad luck?
Aren't you already having bad luck?
7 years bad luck.
Aren't you already having bad luck if you opened up a box?
So
he said, "Do not open," with a pentagram.
And move. Like I said, I already said that. Behind the mirrors, someone had hidden the key to the locked chest found earlier. So it's a locked box.
Okay.
According to their most recent clip, 25 million people have watched this.
Oh, there's a clip?
Evidently.
What happens in the clip?
I don't know. He dies probably.
Gregory LaMontagne.
Others like him were dying to see what was inside. Some really strange objects were found inside, including a small burned piece of a Ouija board, which is always a bad sign.
Yeah.
Another key and a lock of hair.
Oh, fuck, the lock of hair.
See?
It's a debit box is basically
You're
what he
dead.
found.
You fucked up.
You're not dead. You're just going to you're cursed now, basically. Whatever spirit was in that box is now in your home, possibly attached to you.
I don't know. It's Mike Roy. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Denver PD is thinking they grabbed what was easy. What
was easy out of the truck, thinking it was a
head box.
It was a score they were going to be able to easily.
Oh, gotcha, dude.
They probably should have looked at the human specimen sticker on it and been like, "Yeah, that's not what we want." Just saying.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
Bring it up to Breck. Just roll them down, fucking
ice roads.
Peak 8.
Oh.
It's in the fucking the train park. Just like on the half pipe. Just a head.
Oh, there's something wrong with you.
Come on. If you got a box of heads, you need to have fun with them. Right? I mean, what else are you going to do?
Not steal them in the
gives
first
you
place?
heads. You make, I don't know, something, whatever. You're trying to think of something.
I am.
Head and aid? No, it doesn't work out that way.
No.
Make human goo. I don't know. Whatever.
All right. So are you going to post that clip? I mean, did you watch it?
No, I haven't. I didn't know. I hadn't read that all the way down that far. So I try and keep them a little fresh so I kind of know what's going on, but I don't really. So I'm as surprised as you, honey.
All right.
So the next two have been circulating for the past couple of days. The first one, we've got a couple of serial killer issues bouncing around.
That's what the world needs.
So the interesting part about this, I'm going to go with the second one first on our notes, is the first, or this one, 30-year-old homeless man arrested in serial homeless attacks, killings in New Question Squirrel. So this guy in New York City went around and killed like 4 or 5 homeless people. Right? Almost a year ago, it was December of 2020.
When we watched Night Stalkers.
When we watched The Night Stalker.
On Netflix.
On Netflix, right? And that throws back to the 80s serial killer. And yeah, it's The Night Stalker. And we talked about that. And I was like, what's the perfect scenario for a serial killer? So I'll talk about that for a second, but what's the perfect scenario for a fucking serial killer to happen? It's like what is happening in a lot of major cities, right? We have a reduction in police presence,
right?
An increase in crime rates,
right? A decrease in crowd, like people around.
Just an overall kind of fucking weird situation. That was what was happening. There was like huge crime waves happening in New York City.
Yes, Richard Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez, exactly. All the things that were like just ripe for the scenario.
Right? You said this is the perfect time.
And the motherfucker, and granted, this a little later.
So did he have a signature? Is that how they figured out was the same guy?
He fucking murdered homeless people.
I mean, well,
specifically homeless people. You'd find them like laying on the ground. They'd be, because we've been to cities where you see people sleeping on the side. They're underneath tarp, like Austin.
Right.
You see that shit everywhere.
Under the bridges.
Or even on the side of like 6th Street. They're just sleeping in like a little breezeway, right?
Yeah.
Sad as fuck, honestly,
Yeah.
but that's what, at least they're in the open.
Yep. So they caught him.
They caught him in DC.
Oh. Okay.
So it says suspected gunman sought in 5 targeted attacks on homeless people in New York City.
So he was shooting them.
And DC. So it was New York City and DC. Yeah. In 9 days, was taken into custody early Tuesday in DC. He was identified as this guy. I'm not going to name his name because who gives a fuck about him. The first in a series of attacks happened in DC on March 3rd, while both in Manhattan came Saturday. 2 of the victims were killed, including a man found shot in New York City and one in a burning tent in DC. Guys, is fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to what's the scenario? I mean, he's crazy as shit.
But did this make him crazier?
Like opportune time.
Well, and did being isolated and shit make him?
So the videos, you guys can go out and see
crazy.
the images. There's like cameras everywhere in New York City, right?
Yeah.
So they did get his picture. They were able to find him.
That's how.
That's absolutely. So back in the day, Rich Ramirez, we didn't have cameras everywhere, and that was life.
We didn't have technology. We were talking about that earlier with our neighbors.
Yeah. So it's just a scenario where you go like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now this next one.
Okay.
This next motherfucker. This is where we go. This is a what the fuck. All right. So New York City convicted killer who is 83 years old, found with new victim's leg in wheelchair and head in his apartment.
Oh, so it's a male. Okay.
His or her apartment.
Okay. Why are you saying his or her?
I'm going to explain.
Okay.
An 83-year-old transgender woman who spent decades in prison for 2 unrelated killings is now charged in connection with, so not necessarily a serial killer, motherfuckers killed 3 people.
Okay.
Right? And is now charged in connection with the discovery of a woman's torso and allegedly captured on surveillance video riding on a motorized wheelchair, sitting on the victim's severed leg inside a store.
What? He went into a store
on a motorized wheelchair.
Was like, let me bring my leg with me.
Buggy, but sitting on top of it.
Was he pretending it was a wanker?
Or a 3rd leg?
That's what a wanker is.
4th leg? It's a dude dressed as a chick, acting like a dude, pretend to be another chick.
Don't. You'll lose me.
So this guy's charged
took it into a store.
He just rode that bitch in like it was a horse.
I wonder what was going, like, that's where
Crazy
I just wish.
As fuck is what was going through his mind.
But that's where I just wish I could be like, what was going, like, know what he was like, I'm going to take my new leg shopping.
Right?
We're going to go get some ground beef and make hamburgers.
I don't know. It's just weird, right? So I know you hadn't heard this. I know a bunch of people have heard this. Like, if you've heard this, it's been on the news quite a bit right now. But it said the gruesome barbaric homicide, which resulted in a headless torso being disposed of on a New York City corner. That's, I don't know, like, how they link.
So he's more of a, like, okay, this is going to sound funny when I say this. He's more of a murderer to me than the guy who shot people. No, I listen to me.
This guy's like sadistic.
But that's
a different way.
Cutting people up. I mean,
that's next level shit.
Yeah, that's
it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of shit.
That's Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
Jeffrey Dahmer shit. Yeah. When you're actually
when you are taking the time to take people apart.
I'm saying.
I mean, obviously he's not right in the head, but the boy ain't right in the head.
So, just again, another situation where is it a person that's is it an opportune time?
Yeah, yeah.
The woman that I've seen pictures of him as her and him as just him.
Okay.
And then the victim just looked like a woman, just an average woman.
Maybe
in
he
New
was
York
jealous
City.
of her.
I don't know that there was any connection. That was the thing.
No, but I'm just saying maybe he was like, I went to be her. I will kill her and I'll become her.
In 85, he stabbed his girlfriend to death in Central Park.
Holy shit.
You know, like the guy's not a good person. Right?
Well, no.
So in 57, convicted of felony assault, rape convictions.
Matt said, bitch has 3 legs and needs a fucking wheelchair.
63, allegedly shot and killed a woman in Harlem. Like, this has been a long
This guy's like
time.
gangster.
No.
Yeah, he's like just going around killing people.
Schizo or sociopath.
What was he in jail for?
Murder and rape and everything else.
But all those things combined? Okay.
57 to 63, yeah. And then in 85 he's been in jail or she, whatever.
It's in Wisconsin because ALW said, I'm in Wisconsin where that just happened.
Oh, is that Wisconsin? I thought it was, maybe I'm just getting my stories mixed. This one says Brooklyn.
Who knows?
Maybe the original, I don't know. This one says Brooklyn, so maybe the original ones were in Wisconsin. But again, there are more than just, I think there's some weird statistic that's like on any given day, like every person in their lives will cross a sociopathic or serial killer kind of person and you won't even know it. Like you'll just be at a gas station. There's somebody there.
You don't necessarily interact with them, but you've crossed paths.
Crossed paths. Like that close. Right? And you think about that. That's creepy as fuck, right?
It doesn't make me relax any.
I know.
I like
stay strapped, get clapped.
He's a psychopath. Murder happens.
Hashtag
murder happens.
Little emoji. It's not a good thing, guys. Fuck. Insane.
Wow.
Her name is
Show Business.
Show Business. Hide it. I don't know.
That's just, I mean, the world goes round.
It does. All right, I'm just going to drink this one. Done my due diligence.
All right.
Let's get back to the course. So, gas.
So, gas. It seems like everything is about gas lately.
Gas. I got a picture of what they do.
Who does what? Well, hold on. Let me tell this story first.
Fine. I'm just going to kind of bring this up.
So AAA did a survey recently of a little over 1,000 people.
It's going to happen a lot more too, I think.
Well, yeah, because the prices aren't going to slow down any. Excuse me.
Coughing into the mic.
I know. I'm trying not to, but I'm also trying to tell my story.
Tell your story.
They're going to be changing driving habits is basically what the survey came to tell them, that as the gas prices continue to surge, like when this story was written, gas was $4. It's more than that now. Like $4.95 now.
$3.96 down in Exxon.
I think the national average though is $4.95 now.
$4.95? No, it's not.
I believe so.
Okay, keep going.
I could be wrong.
Nope, you're
fine. So
dear God.
Some of the things they're going to be doing is to save cash is they're going to start going places they don't need to go.
Okay.
So I'm not going to that restaurant. I'm not going to my friend's house. When I go grocery shopping, I'm only making one grocery trip this week, and whatever I miss until next week. They were saying that a lot of people are younger crowds, so up to 40 said they're not opposed to carpooling, so they'll be open to carpooling and having people pull their money together.
Current average, real quick, regular through 430, mid-grade 468, premium 495, and diesel's 510. God damn. That's nuts.
Oh, yep. No, they were saying for a lot of people, the threshold for before you start changing and worrying about it is anywhere from $4 to $5. So some people it starts at $4.
Fuck yeah.
And other people go as high as I can go to $5 and then all bets are off. I'm not doing anything.
Well, no.
I remember when gas was $4, that's when I got rid of my utility vehicle.
We bought a brand new goddamn car.
And bought a little baby Scion that got 40 miles to the gallon.
Exactly.
Yeah, we talked about it on Friday.
Where we at? Yeah.
I don't know that I'd do that now because I love Chanel.
You just bought your car.
We're not even
selling that bitch. Plus, it's a 4-cylinder. Just drive it slow.
I don't know how to drive it slow. It's too much fun to drive slow.
You don't drive anyway. Car's fucking 18 months old and doesn't even have 3,000 miles on it.
No, it doesn't.
That's going to be one of those garage finds in like 30 years where it's just going to be completely coated in dust and somebody's going to come out. We're going to be dead. We're going to have forgotten about it.
How many years?
30.
I'll be 80. I'm not going to be dead.
You could be.
No.
50, whatever. It's going to be sitting in a barn somewhere.
Who would be sitting in a barn? We don't even know anybody.
5,000 miles.
We don't even know anybody that has a barn.
We'll buy a barn.
Oh, we'll buy a barn.
Sitting in a barn. Maybe with a sheet over it. Some old sheets wrapped around it. Our kinfolk will sell the property.
You mean Paige?
Yeah, whoever.
So, have you started to think about things that you would change now that gas is getting so expensive?
Nope.
I haven't really either, but we're lucky.
I had to go to the bathroom,
Office?
to the gas station because I've got a 36-gallon tank.
Right. But We work from home,
like
so
a
could you
month.
imagine if we were still driving to the office? We probably would start carpooling again and hating the hell out of each other. Oh yeah.
No. I'm never carpooling with you. I'll buy you another car. I would buy you I'd buy myself another car.
I think you would have to buy the car because my gas
drive a
mileage
truck
is
already.
pretty good.
I'll buy me another car.
20. What do you get to the gallon or miles to the gallon?
I don't know, like 18.
Yeah, I get like
that.
24.
On a good day. Nah, probably like 13 or 14.
24 is my average, I think.
I don't know. What are you guys getting for your gas mileages? 550-ish. Jess said 550-ish there. Yeah, dude, it's fucking ridiculous. American Wrestling Works, 439. 619 in LA. Yeah.
Wow.
So I mentioned this last week. I've been pulling it up and just kind of looking, dude. It's just fucking going crazy.
So they're blaming the
What's up,
Russia
Chuck?
UK
How you
war.
doing, man? Cheers to beers, dude.
The Russia Ukraine war.
It's all bullshit.
And President Biden has said there's nothing I can do.
Yep. Talked
And
about
I'm
that on
like,
Friday too.
come on,
Bunch of fucking we're all smarter than that.
Oh, not everybody, unfortunately.
Oh, most people are smarter.
A lot of people are getting
Did you see
smarter.
the TikTok thing?
No.
Okay, so oh my God. Oh, it makes you want to fucking like punch a hole in your own face.
Does this have to do with gas?
Yes.
Okay.
So Jen Psaki has a sit down with like the top 20 or 50 or whatever TikTokers.
Who's that chick, first of all?
Jen Psaki's the communications director for President Biden. She's
I
the
don't know who
redheaded
she is.
chick.
I don't know who she is.
Fucking blah, blah, blah.
So she sits down with the top 50 TikTokers because they are movers and shakers and changing people's lives every day.
With their fucking dances and
Makeup tutorials and
yeah, all that shit, right? Chuck
Yeah.
knows how to dance. He knows what I'm getting at. He's got his own TikTok channel. Go follow him, Chuck Oler on TikTok.
does he dance on it?
I have no idea. I'm just making shit up. But no, so then they go out and start regurgitating the message.
What she said.
Right?
What are they?
So how do
monkeys?
you think that we don't have fucking kids? How do you think your kids hear about that shit
From them.
and hear about the messages?
And have
Fucking TikTok.
and are hearing, oh, the government could do nothing. This has nothing to
Yeah,
do with
this
us.
is all Russia's fault.
Maybe to an extent.
We
you
get
know.
4% or 6% of our gas from Russia. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, you make what you will with it. Go out and watch some fucking TikTokers, bro.
So, hopefully those kids talk to their parents. I don't know. Some kid depends, I guess, on the age, but
Fuck
they're
no,
like,
those people have like 20 or 40 or 50 million followers.
no. I'm talking about the kids that watch them, and then they go and they're like, hey, this person.
No, they go and they don't believe their parents.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
You'd believe that person over your parents?
Kids believe everything on social media.
That's true.
I know adults that believe everything on social media.
Well, that's true too.
So,
Unfortunately.
I know people that believe us. So fuck.
So, I wondered like when it's going to cap out.
What?
How's
Gas?
the gas?
They could hit $9,
Oh,
$10.
then I will be changing even my habits.
If we keep going the same way.
I'll be working out at home or running in the streets. Running in the streets, dancing in the streets.
I'm not.
Sheets.
I'm just gonna
Dancing
keep
in
doing
the sheets.
my thing. It's gonna cost a lot of money.
Yep, you're my
Sugar daddy.
No, I'm your sugar mama if you're going to keep living the life you live.
But you stay home, I'll live my life.
No, negatory.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll live your life underground when I kill you for spending so much money.
Live
But
my life. What's the gas trap door one?
Well, okay, so one of the things that they're seeing happen because of these gas prices is gas siphoning is on the rise. So people are going to home, going home, going to bed at night, going to bed with half
So
a
the
gallon.
siphoning, this is a picture. So a long time ago, I watched. Have you ever watched like those prepper shows on like Discovery that were out like maybe 5-10 years ago, something like that?
Yeah.
One is like the end of like shit's fucking, we're in apocalypse days, right?
What is that?
That is a gas tank with a hole drilled in it.
Yes.
Right. So then you put a pan underneath
And
it.
it catches all the gas.
And it catches your fuel, right? So that's just an example of what you can do. You can get plates or covers for that, right?
It's just so ridiculous that you have to.
So big ass tank like mine, 36 gallons. It's a lot of gas, right? But it's not as easy to access my gas tank.
Because it's
Up
under.
on their side.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those are like your standard gas tank. But literally all you have to do is take a fucking knife and go.
But I mean, this is starting to happen like more and more. There was a story that I was reading. It's not, I don't have the story
So
yet.
basically
But
park your car inside if you can, back it in if you can, where it's
Yeah.
not as easily, if you're in an apartment
which is
complex,
probably what you need to start doing.
back that
Back that
ass
ass
up,
up.
right? Pinch poke,
You owe me Coke.
There you go. Just try and think strategically about it.
But so like there was one story where this chick in Las Vegas, she must work for like a casino or something, and they have a lot of those big vans that run people all along the strip. Well, out of 15 of them, all of them were on empty because somebody came and stole all the gas overnight.
And the thing is, you go fill that up.
It's $100
well,
easily.
Then they just drain out.
Yeah.
Because you have a hole in your tank. You don't know.
Well, and then
like, wait a minute.
Houston,
Did I forget? Because you second guess yourself.
Oh, and that's what this police officer in Stockton was like. You have to start being cognizant of where your gas mark is when you get out of your car at nighttime. But here's the thing. So what do you call the cops? To be like, somebody stole my gasoline.
If you're in fucking Seattle or San Francisco, what are they going to do? They don't even do anything for
actual
like you
crimes.
can rob fucking Target or whatever.
Walk into.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, pull a gun out in Walgreens and they just let you
No,
go.
you don't even have to pull a gun out. You just fucking go and steal everything and they just let you walk out. That's why Walgreens and all CVS and all them are getting the fuck out.
But so there's an instance in Houston where these
pretty fucking brazen, dude.
Seriously,
cool
we're like,
I read this.
It was a van, and they pulled up to a gas pump, and they were acting like they were gassing up.
Well, it's what in the parking lots of gas stations they have those metal like things where the trucks fill up. They put their hoses on. Yeah, they pretended to get gas, and then they pulled over to that.
No, they didn't move their car. Their car was still getting gas.
Well, this one maybe it's a different one. I heard one where they had literally a trap door inside of it
because they did call it trap door.
And then they had
a trap door inside of what?
Inside the van, they stole 1,000 gallons of gasoline.
Yeah, that's the same one.
So they'd cut a hole in the bottom of theirs where they could feed a pump down into the underground storage tanks.
I just don't understand how nobody saw the hose going to the underground.
I think it's just one of those things that
you don't pay attention, and the employee probably isn't paying attention because there's customers.
Right? Think about that. Like people are getting brazen. 1,000 gallons.
What finally made them realize it?
It was a mom and pop.
Yeah, it's a small gas station. What made them finally realize it is how long that van was there. Because there was like, it doesn't matter how big your tank is in your car, it's not going to take you this long. So yeah, they sold 1,000 pounds. So there's things that you can do.
Can't steal gases and never have any. It's all right. Ride a bike. I see a lot more people riding bikes.
So there's things that you can do, like because remember our Jeeps.
Or we could just all go buy Teslas.
The Jeeps, though, like they didn't have the same, mechanisms like that you and I have.
Or you have to even open it.
Yeah,
that's only if you're going to siphon it out of the tank.
Well, and that's what people are doing too. I mean, it's not just people coming in and poking holes or robbing gas stations. People are siphoning gas out of people's car in the middle of the night. And now you don't even have to use your mouth. I remember somebody saying there's a tool you can use
it's
now.
Like a little pump like that, the little hand pump.
And basically,
it's the same thing. So, like, they use it on like boats.
I mean, we need one for when the apocalypse happens, so you can take the gas out of all the stalled cars.
It's not like that, honey. An EMP will hit before that. So, all of our cars
before the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. Oh, because we'll try and kill everything. Probably
gonna need to get that 1980 Jeep then,
or maybe a nuke. I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, we're not talking about that. So just be cognizant. Be careful. It's probably worse in big cities, where people don't pay attention to anything. So you come steal my gas. I got cameras. I'm going to find you and I'm going to kick your ass. I got cameras. We're going to see you. The cameras have night vision.
Oh yeah, we've got good cameras.
I'm gonna find you, bitch.
I've got a very particular set of skills.
I got a very particular set of skills.
One is slow motion through all of my footage on my camera system. I will find your license plate.
I will find you. And if I don't catch you, my neighbor across the street who also has cameras, or the neighbors next door that have, everybody's got cameras now. So don't go into a neighborhood and do it because then you're just an idiot.
Or you're going to get shot, one or the other.
Or both.
Especially in Texas.
Yes.
Especially in this neighborhood of Texas.
So, yeah. And they were saying that when you drill those holes in gas tanks, it's upwards to $1,500 to $2,000 to fix.
Yeah, you have to have your whole fucking tank replaced. Yeah. I remember my brother.
Which one, Joe?
Lord.
Everything always happens to Joe. So I'm figuring it's
He had a girlfriend. He had an old, this is going to date me and everybody else. He had a Ford Probe. Remember the Ford Probe? Dope little car.
I mean,
just bought that car.
Dope,
it was
really?
Right when it came out, though. So in like 90.
I don't think it was dope then.
But it was like 92. No, it was nice. Those things it was black. Fucking had a moon roof or whatever.
A sunroof or moon roof?
One of the ones that move back and forth. I don't know what it's called.
Sunroof.
Whatever I have on mine. It was nice.
On
and
ours,
then he married.
Okay.
And then dead wife.
Okay.
went banana fucking shit cakes on him.
Okay.
And literally poured a pound of sugar in his gas tank.
Oh.
And then turned his car on.
Dun, dun, dun.
Womp, womp, womp.
But it
fucked his whole car up.
I mean, obviously, because it gunks everything up,
so,
right?
I mean, it went beyond that, but that was just So
that was the part that related to the story, not what else she did to the car.
So sad.
Your brother and his.
You've ever seen a Ford Probe in its prime? They're pretty cool
I'm
little
gonna
cars.
look up a Ford Probe right now. What year was it?
I think it was a 90. I mean, I was still in high school, so I think in 92.
1992 Ford Probe.
1992 Ford Probe, I'm guessing. I can't quite remember. It's been a long time, honey.
Was it a GT, a TX, or GL?
GT. It was the GT. Excuse me, Ford Probe GT.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Share it. You get the,
Hold on.
Let
me find a better image. Hold on.
Underneath your headphones. Everybody, I mean, it's like, there were a couple cool cars like that, like the Mitsubishi Eclipse.
I think the guy right down the street has one of these. That has a Mazda.
He's got a 240.
He was working on it yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, so pick up one of them, just right-click on it and open it up. Or two-finger click on it.
Two-finger click
Nope,
on it?
That's definitely not what I wanted to do. Get out of there.
Trying.
Beth tries to use the computer thingy-majigger. Okay.
You want to do it?
No, I just want you to figure it out. Anyway, I think you get it. Is there just one with pictures and not video? Yeah. Zoom in on that one on the right. Just zoom in on that one on the right.
It's not me. Wasn't me. No,
is it a video or is it a picture?
It's not doing anything, so I can't.
Dear God.
Shut up.
You're worse than your dad. Like, your dad does that. He's like, why doesn't it work?
You know what? You're never having sex ever again.
Just find a fucking picture and pull it up, man. Click that top one. I don't think that's how iPads work.
How do they work, honey?
I'm done with it.
How does an iPad work?
Matter.
What do you do?
Evidently, all you do is use it, a $1,000 thing to fucking read books. So,
you know what the nice thing is? It's mine. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it.
It's actually $1,150 now because I had to have your fucking screen replaced for $152.
Wah. You're breaking out vaginas in front of everybody. Can you chill out?
I'm okay with that. Could have bought you a new laptop.
Oh, did you see the new Apple desktop? It's
no, don't care.
$4,000 starting price.
Nobody gets that. It's the M1 processor or whatever the hell it is. Who cares?
I mean, it probably hauls ass. Could probably fly a jet with it, but
it doesn't matter. Would you buy a ring?
No, not for you.
From what's the ranch company's name?
Hidden Valley Ranch?
Yeah, would you buy a ring from Hidden Valley Ranch?
No.
Why not?
Because I'd just be licking my finger the whole time if it tasted like ranch.
What if it was a diamond?
Does it still taste like ranch?
What if it was a diamond made out of ranch?
Can you make a diamond out of ranch?
Yeah, there's a picture of it coming up here in a second.
Well, apparently I'm frozen up, so it don't matter.
Diamond ring, unplug it. Diamond ring made from ranch dressing for sale on eBay.
How much is it selling for?
It says the ring was made from ranch dressing is up to $11,350 bid. So you know how like
how much? 11,000?
Yeah. Now you can make like rings out of like ashes or different things like that. You compress
a diamond, you mean?
I'm sorry, a diamond.
Yeah.
You can make them. You compress them and compress them and compress them.
Okay.
Well, evidently, Hidden Valley Ranch decided to make an eagle's milk.
Doesn't somebody say that?
Yeah.
Who's always screaming that?
Everybody.
Is it no somebody on our
Bill and everybody else?
Yes, somebody's.
Hidden Valley is selling a diamond ring made from ranch dressing on eBay. I'm not sure how to.
It made me get a virus or something because now nothing's working. It's not true. Maybe I'm not lying.
It's your fingers. It's because you touch things and you go like it's gonna work that way.
It does work that way, mother. Effer.
You're welcome. Daughter, you called me mother.
Effer. I was going to call you.
Weird thing to say. Hidden Valley is selling a diamond ring. I already said that. It's a 2-inch carat. That doesn't make sense. Who put that little thing there? 2-carat round, brilliant cut diamond set in 14 karat white gold band with HVR LVR, Hidden Valley
Inside
Ranch,
the diamond.
engraved on the inside, according to the eBay description. A beautiful and timeless way for ranch lovers.
Does it give
lovers.
the E's?
Huh?
Does it give the 4 E's?
If it's not a diamond, they
don't get them.
That. Yeah.
I mean, but it still has to have a clarity, doesn't it?
Nope.
Or the 4 C's, not E's.
4 C's. Yeah, they don't really do that unless it's. So we're in the insurance world, of course.
It's a natural diamond.
Right.
It's the only time you get the 4
you're
C's.
only gonna get it's only gonna be GIA certified that way. So yeah. So it's kind of interesting, but it looks like a nice diamond ring. I mean, you look at it.
I can't. I'm restarting, so it's all right. Okay. I'm obviously not missing out that much. It's diamonds made out of Hidden Valley Ranch shit.
But it's cool as fuck. I'd buy it for you.
Why?
Because I love Hidden Valley Ranch.
How's that going to help the ring, though?
I don't know. It's kind of cool. There's a novelty to it.
I mean, that's why I was saying, connect to the internet. That's why I was saying, like, if it tastes like ranch.
It's like a ranch pop ring.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, there it is. It's pretty. I like how they have it on the green for St. Patrick's Day.
Well, I thought that was appropriate, so that's why I brought it up. So, I don't know. Kindles have come a long ways with American Wrestler. I think that's for old people, right?
We can both suck it.
Pretty sure. He said, Beth just went full Mike Pence on you, Greg.
Who said that?
American Wrestler Works.
Yeah.
Like looking for a fly on her head.
Suck it.
I don't know. I would probably consider getting it. That ring is more expensive than a ring I bought you before.
Hold on.
That's an actual real diamond. Right?
It's not the price. It's the love in the ring. Not really. It's the price. It's the size.
You're setting expectations for girls.
Size matters.
See?
To the woman who doesn't even wear a diamond.
Yeah, you wear that motherfucking thing that cost me $22 at whatever Academy, made of rubber.
I don't have to be careful with it. It's perfect.
You weren't careful with the other one.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I never would put lotion or anything on. I didn't hate it when I accidentally wore it to the gym. This one, I'm like, okay.
Real quick, we're going to jump into sponsor real quick. All right. So myfamilyseasonings.com. My Family Seasonings. Seasonings for all your wild game, seafood, chicken. Seafood is, I guess it's fish, like whatever. It can be just regular fish too.
I wasn't listening to you. Sorry.
It's okay. All the good stuff. So they're family owned and operated out of where the fuck am I coming up with these words? Out of Florida.
Can you hear the words coming out of my mouth?
Go check them out. myfamilyseasonings.com. They're, like I said, we've talked about them in the past. They're good friends of ours. Family owned. They package all the shit right in-house and they ship straight from their distribution center right there in Florida. They're right outside of Tampa, I think is where they're.
They are.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's technically Tampa proper or.
I think it's right outside Tampa.
Yeah. So awesome place, awesome people that work there. Go check them out. I've said this before. Brian has to wear a whole body hairnet just to make sure because he's kind of a wildebeest.
He's
pretty hairy, except for right here. He doesn't have a lot up top, but he's the guy that has like a beard up to here.
Sometimes, yeah.
I don't understand how that works. Like, how does that happen to a human being?
They just.
Sorry, Brian. Anyway, I digress. Go out, check out myfamilyseasons.com. They're hair free, and you can get a 20% discount using.
Oh, good gravy.
Discount code.
Good gravy.
There you go. 20% off using discount code. Good gravy. So with that, we'll finish going through our stories. Getting a little buzz.
You are?
Little one.
Well,
we did eat dinner.
We did.
Beforehand.
Well, because I forgot to get flippin' chicken for the casserole I was going to make. I got everything else, but the main ingredient.
11 bags of rice.
Not 11. That'll be next Wednesday's meal.
You guys want to have a easy to do,
easy peasy
chicken and rice casserole? Hit La Mama up at La Mama 07 on Instagram.
On the Insta,
or just text me and I'll get it for you. But yeah, so check this out. We can either go to the happiest cities, or we can do a brain teaser.
Ruben, I just read Ruben that said, "I have a feeling her Kindle has vibrate mode for whenever her stories get really juicy."
Doesn't have a Kindle.
I don't have a Kindle.
We're gonna get her. No, she started with a Kindle.
I actually had.
And we're
Because
gonna
the
go back
iPads.
to a Kindle, evidently.
No, we're not.
Because I think they're pretty much indestructible. Because my mom had one, it never broke, and she was old as shit.
Well, because your mom didn't go out a lot.
Well, she fell a lot.
She didn't fall a lot. She couldn't breathe a lot, but
Where was that?
she didn't go anywhere. Kindles have come a long way. You now have a Kindle because that's what I gave you.
I don't have a Kindle. I got an iPad right here.
You know.
This
Here's the thing.
is the very first Kindle that ever came out, or not Kindle, iPad that ever came out, and we got it 12 years ago. So I got it in
This one's
2010.
almost 2 years, right?
I got this one in 2010. I can't even update it. It's so old. That's the love my wife gets for technology.
And I guess Mike Pence calls his wife mother.
Oh,
it's weird to me.
Fucking weird. Mother.
That's so weird. Does she call him father?
Probably daddy. It's like this mom dad thing. Yeah, mother.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, nobody should call anybody daddy unless it's dirty talk.
That's what I'm saying. All right, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the only time he calls. Yeah. But I'm never going to be like, mommy. It just doesn't work going that direction.
No, I'd probably punch you.
Like you calling me daddy, I still don't feel comfortable with it.
And I don't know. I mean,
I'm just like,
depends on, I can't, no, I'm never going to call you daddy.
No.
Ever.
I don't think that's
That word will never come out of my mouth referring to you.
Kind of, no. Not in our relationship anyway.
No.
We're not kink shaming. You guys do you. If you want to wear fucking diapers and do whatever, you guys do you. I don't know what else to say.
Well, here's the thing. I call my dad daddy, so I'm not going to really ever use it.
Almost died.
You know?
Yeah, no, that's very true. So now you say it, you're never gonna be able to say that to your dad again.
Yes, I will, because I won't think about it that way.
Jesus Christ.
But
what has happened? All right, let's do this one. We're gonna do a brain teaser because I think it's kind of fun. I do. I think it's kind of something like you're hanging out tomorrow.
And they said, upgrade me, get the ranch ring.
Literally. So this is how like our relationship works. Like I was poor as shit, and I wasn't poor. I was just starting out in life, right?
Yeah, you
started out in. I thought I did pretty. I did
really well. Got a different cut.
Yeah, got a
Azure
cut. Got a nice white gold band. We've had it dipped and all the other. We had it fused together and all that stuff. 25 or $2,750, I think I got it for $2,750.
I have no idea.
Whatever, but back then I was 30 years old.
Yeah,
trying to figure my way in life. Trying to figure out if she's gonna marry me or not. Can't go that deep. I'm like, I'm not gonna get her 10,000. What if she says no? I'm fucking stuck with a ring. What do you do with it? No, I'm just kidding.
You sell it on eBay.
No, because that's how you get fucking murdered. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was Craigslist.
That was Craigslist. Yes, and that was for roommates.
Right. So, yeah, like it wasn't about the money that was spent. It was about the intent.
Right.
So, you ever?
Well, because you talk about replacing it, and I'm like, I don't want you. 9 out of 10 times.
I could replace it.
9 out of 10 times, I'm like.
She's like, I'd rather have the $22 one that says love on it.
But 9 out of 10 times, I tell you no because there's significance behind that ring. If you replace it, then it's just a diamond you bought me because you wanted me to have a bigger diamond.
Yeah, you're not that shallow. Lucky.
Now, sometimes I am when I get around all my friends and they all have like carat to 2 carat. And I'm like, how do these motherfuckers afford this shit? Because I know how much you make.
Secrets. They've been married 5 times.
No, they haven't.
Okay, 4.
No. Some of them have been married once.
Name one.
I'm not going to name them.
Name your friends that haven't been married once.
And my friends that haven't. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to name them either.
See? Okay, this is the brain teaser. All right, you guys ready?
American Rustic said, if you buy it with a credit card, and she says, no, you can call it fraudulent charges.
Oh, shit. There is always that. Always looking. I'm in insurance and I just can't. I'm too. No, I couldn't do that.
I don't think it has anything to do with the insurance industry.
It's just the moral part of it.
Your morale is better than that.
Yeah. I couldn't do that. All right. So this is the question.
Okay.
Ponder it amongst yourselves. Are there more doors or wheels in the world?
Can you mute me for a second?
You. Are there more doors or wheels in the world? You hit your inhaler over there if you need to.
Let's see. More doors or wheels?
More doors or wheels? All right. So one of the things you kind of need to think about. So where did this debate start? It started on Twitter on March 5th, right? So this is as of March 5th, 53% of the world of the people that
doors, more doors.
Then it said wheels.
It said wheels?
Then doors. Right? So, but that was off of there was
ALW said doors too. I think doors.
Which since racked up, okay, so Nixon added a poll feature to his tweet, which has since racked up 1,000. So that was the poll. So team doors by far, most things with wheels have at least 2 to 1 door.
Is it doors to wheel,
ratio.
but car doors to wheels?
No, it's doors.
Because like
wheels.
I looked at us, we have 8 wheels in our house, but we have like 1, 2, 3.
We have 8 car wheels.
We have 8 car wheels.
We have 2 bikes. I've got 5 skateboards. I didn't think about
those.
I've got a wheelbarrow. I've got a dolly.
Count.
They're wheels.
I know,
It's wheels to doors.
I guess
but then again, I've got shed doors.
I mean, we have garage doors.
Garage doors. You think
car doors.
It's doors to wheels.
Closet doors.
Right? So you start going down the thing and you start saying, holy shit. Then you start thinking, what's been around longer?
ATV, scooter, side by side.
Has the wheel been around longer? We don't really know when like the wheel was first created. Right? And we don't know when like
and they probably didn't make doors at first because they didn't know to be shameful.
Well, there's probably something.
No.
Do you consider like before you have a structured door, do you have a blanket that goes over or something to stop wind?
Well, but that was right? I'm saying, yeah, I don't know, who knows. All to all.
So you're right. We are getting pretty specific, but that's how you can go down.
So at the time of the
that was
survey, it was wheels that was winning.
It was wheels up by 53%, right? That was up 223,000 votes. Let me see if I can click on this and see if I can get an update. It's in Twitter. So let's see. Got it.
Ruben, are you just making that up?
What does he say?
The wheel was invented
that was the final result.
In the 4th millennium BC in lower Mesopotamia, known as modern day Iraq.
There you go. Okay, I didn't know that.
Is that real though?
It could be. Absolutely, it could be. So you think about that. You could probably Google like when was the first door, but then again, you can go back like, did Egyptians have it? 5,000 years ago.
Is the only thing that's considered a door the actual thing, or is a doorway?
So, but we got to come back and say, okay, what are the existing wheels and doors?
I don't know.
It's a lot of fucking wheels and doors. So I just wanted to throw it out there. Something you want to fuck with your friends on. Oddly enough,
says
the only things I remember
BC,
from 6th grade in Mesopotamia. Exactly.
3000 BC, wooden doors used in Europe. 2000 BC, stone doors used throughout Asia. 587 BC.
There you go.
Okay. I mean, it did make us use our brains. Ouch.
On a Wednesday. Dear God. Hey, real quick, go out to modernmountaineer.com. Bill's got some new shirts out for the Nooner Nation podcast.
Skip 13.
And we've also got our shirts out there if you're interested in them. We've got some, still got a couple of women's bars open shirt. Saw Alex repping.
Did you send the ones you were supposed to send?
Yeah, I sent everything.
The 2?
I think so. Didn't I? Yeah, I sent shirts. I had Bill send them.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the recent people that you were going to send them to?
I have no idea.
Wrote it down.
You have to remind me.
Good gravy.
It's all right. Figure it out. But if I haven't, my apologies, and I will. I'll go back and figure it out.
You'll have to listen to the shows.
Was it last Friday or something?
No, I think it was the Friday before that.
I think I had Bill send those.
I don't know.
I didn't.
I don't know.
Excuse me. I'll get them taken care of. I'll get y'all taken care of. But if you're interested, we've got a handful of shirts left out there. Go out and pick one up. They're like $24 or $20, something like that. But also, he's got a bunch of shirts out there that you can get your hands on. His shit's pretty cool. He's starting to do two-tone.
Oh, wow.
Which is giving me some ideas as well. So, yeah, modernmountaineer.com. And then you can just kind of find all the various shirts out there. So, little plug to him.
So, let's talk some entertainment.
All right.
So, I'll start off. We watched The Adam Project on Sunday.
Dude, that was good.
It was really good.
All right. So, Adam Project.
It is Ryan Reynolds.
And that little badass kid.
That kid was such a great fucking actor.
Have you guys seen The Adam Project on
Netflix. On Sunday, it was number
it's
one.
like an hour and 45. It's number one right now because I pulled it up
It's
earlier.
fun. It's got, here's the thing that I was thinking when I watched this movie. Ryan Reynolds doesn't
He misses but once in a while.
Like Green Lantern.
I still enjoyed that fucking movie because I don't care about
me too.
Storylines and shit like that.
He says that was a fail for him.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I think critics probably say it was a fail for him. The average moviegoer, it was fun.
Don't care.
He just doesn't like any time. And I said the other day, the bodyguard's wife's hitman's wife's bodyguard was not good either.
Yeah, it kind of sucked.
But if you think about all his other movies, he really, if you guys haven't seen Free Guy, this movie reminded me a lot of like the feels from Free Guy. Like
there's a lot of feels in this movie.
And there was a lot of feels in Free Guy too.
There's a lot of like
just reminiscing and
love hate.
So it's not a long movie.
I don't want to say love hate relationship, but like kid angst growing up.
Yeah, it's a love hate parent
child thing
relationship because kids hate their parents a lot when they're growing up. But it's an hour and 45 minutes.
Action was
fun,
good.
Action. The special effects was good. Yep. It's just good.
The kid in it though, I thought
he was really good.
Crushed.
Yeah. Like the first time he cried on cue, I was like, damn, I know adults that can't do that.
Dude, but actors. I was doing it. I'm a very sentimental guy.
You was like, are going through menopause.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm like,
I know. I was watching you and I was like, he gives me shit.
Fuck you. You do the same thing. You're over there. I can tell when you're like,
yeah, I'm a girl.
She's real quiet.
I clear my throat.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it was just good. And so I even Googled it or I looked it up on Twitter just to see like the Adam Project. And like the first thing that comes up is like the Adam Project crying was one of the things.
Oh, you watched? Yeah, you did that while we were watching it. Yeah.
And I was like, evidently this movie is one of those pulls at your heartstrings kind of movies.
You're either laughing or crying is what it said.
Yeah. And it's worth checking out. And the cool thing is like, if you have kids, you could watch it with the kids.
Yeah.
I don't think
there's some swear words in it, but nothing major.
Hardcore.
I'd say it's probably like NC-17.
NC-17.
PG-13.
Jesus.
PG-13.
Like just kissing the 13.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I mean, if you cuss in front of your kids and you don't care that they hear the word shit or the F-bombs.
Yeah. Bill's coming out with a little thing, parents that swear. So.
Oh. Dang. If we were only parents, we could be on that.
Jesus Christ.
So you watched The Last Kingdom.
The Last Kingdom. I haven't quite finished it. It's the season 4. I swear, if you watch the Vikings, which was the new series off that, this is the new. This
is the original story.
No, this is different, but it's kind of along the same feel to it. It's called The Last Kingdom, and I think it's better than the prior 3 seasons.
Okay,
because some shit happens, and I'm only like 6 or 7 episodes into it. Mm-hmm. Really, really good. You can go check it out. It's on Netflix as well. It's called The Last Kingdom. 4 seasons.
You also started Mayors of Kingstown.
Yeah, dude, that's a hardcore. That's a gritty drama, man.
Yeah,
I've
heard it's a lot like Yellowstone,
kind
right?
Of style.
Like, is it kind of the
Yellowstone,
same?
But I don't remember what city. They're in Jersey or something like that. Whatever. And I'm only a few episodes into that. Like, damn, yeah. Hawkeye's pretty badass.
Is he,
dude? I don't know if he's badass. He's just Jeremy Renner's a good actor,
right?
And
his
it's an unusual role for him.
Okay, because he's not a superhero.
Because he's not a big.
He's not ominous, 6'2".
He's not. Yeah, he's
230
not John
pounds.
Wick,
right?
You know, and you go like, could he pull it? And he kind of does.
He probably could.
Because it's like
you don't have to be huge to be a badass.
I know, and that's the thing. It's mob mentality, mob kind of prison-y kind of style, which I'd never seen a show like that, where they're like controlling right off the bat. They talk about like how many prisons are in this certain square mile radius, and that's kind of what they're controlling.
Okay,
the lives inside and outside of the prison. So it really is very, very interesting. So
I'm going to talk about
Kingston,
2.
Michigan. Thank you, Ruben.
I'm going to talk about 2.
Okay.
Murderville on Netflix. Completely stupid, but pretty dang funny.
Have you guys seen this?
It's what's his name? He used to be on Saturday Night Live,
Colin. Right? Hang on a second.
Oh, nice catch, Ninja. So basically what it is, it's a parody, right? He's a homicide detective, and they have different actors come on every episode, and the Will Arnett. The actors don't get a script. Everybody else in the show gets.
They're not actors. Like the first one has Conan O'Brien.
They're actors playing themselves.
They're not. They're just
actors.
like people. They're not even actors. The second guy
What do they do for a living?
Football player.
He's been in commercials and shit now. He's an actor.
He's not an actor. He's a football player.
All right.
Marshawn Lynch is not an actor. Come on.
What do you call it when what do you call Paris Hilton? She's not a movie star. She's a celebrity. The celebrity doesn't get a script. Right. Is that better?
Better.
Round that out. Make you stop crying. The celebrities don't get a script. They just have to go with the flow, and they get to ad lib whatever they want to say. What's going on? That one.
Yeah. So like Will Arnett has. They have scripts.
You fell asleep.
As I do when I'm kind of bored.
Last night we watched the one on Discovery called Monster Hunters. No, that's not it. What was the one I told you? You didn't write it down.
No, because I told you we are going to talk about it next time.
Well, you're not the boss, so.
Kind of am when I'm writing the notes.
I can't. That's the problem with you being the note taker, because you only put down what you want to put down.
But you get what you put into it.
Well, we're going to take some time while I look up on Discovery. Yeah, we are. Watch me.
Let's go over this one. Let's go over Monster Hunters while you try and remember what the fuck you were watching there. If you guys want to watch a terrible fucking one of the worst movies ever, watch.
It wasn't the worst movie ever. We have seen worse, but we both ended up with the ending and saying, well, I'm really glad we didn't pay to see that.
Mila Jovovich. We thought we were going to like this. This is one where she's like in the, she's a ranger. That's right. She's an army ranger. Her and her whole team of rangers driving through the desert, and they're trying to figure some shit out. And all of a sudden they teleport to this alternative universe, and they are having to fight a monster. And then they have to fight another monster. And then a dragon shows up. And then you have this fucking cat thing that's in the kitchen cooking out of nowhere. I mean, right? And evidently Cat's a ninja.
What's the guy that plays the original Hellboy?
Ron Perlman, whose picture's on the screen.
His wig.
His hair, which is why I have a picture of Ron Perlman on the screen. His hair has its own fucking storyline, right? Or it should, because it was the dumbest movie I've seen. And I was like, come on, Mila Jovovich from The Fifth Element and everything else you've done. Favorite movie of all time, Fifth Element. You got to go do this shit.
Well, and she does a lot of the evil.
Oh, she's on Resident Evils and all of those, but god damn it. I don't know. If you guys are really bored, got nothing left to do with your life, go watch that one.
Well,
the cat thing. And then,
then the last final clip is of the cat thing. And
they do a fucking, like the Marvel thing at the end of the credits. And we always wait for stupid shit like that. We'll fast forward, and all of a sudden, the cat shows up, and the cat's literally like meow, 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 right? And it's like meow, and it comes out like with a fucking ninja sword. I can't get those. No, and the best part about it was only like an hour and 20 minutes long.
Yeah, I mean,
legitimately, it was an hour and 20 minutes long. So when it's on TBS or something like that,
it'll be 2 hours long.
Yeah, with commercials. So, I
don't know. So I found it. Okay, I watched The Sleepless Unrest on Discovery, and it's about
Discovery Plus.
So
you have to pay the extra money to have.
It's about the real Conjuring house. It was recently sold, I think, in like 2019. They sold it. The original owner sold it. This new couple bought it. They are allowing paranormal investigators to come in. And
I made it through like half of it. My defense,
you fall asleep.
Just eaten, and I'd done jiu-jitsu last night.
It has nothing to do with that. It was, first of all,
jiu-jitsu and it's ghost shows.
You fall asleep every night, not just jiu-jitsu, baby. You fell asleep on Monday night too when we were watching Murderville. You always fall asleep for everything. But it was really, really good in the sense that they caught a lot of shit.
What'd they catch?
Well, so you were awake for this one when the outside camera caught those two figures. You were like, it's snow. I'm like, it's not a freaking blizzard. It was something. It was something. Listen, you just sit there and look pretty. And then they caught
eye candy over here.
They caught some orbs, and the picture that chick looked like a demon, and they couldn't recreate it. That was a
cool picture.
They found a lot of stuff.
That's where I cut out.
That's where you fell asleep. So if you like that kind of shit, it's an hour and 20 minutes long. It was really good. It was fun.
Again, we are into that shit when I can stay awake.
Yeah. And we also showed that you're not the boss of me, and I talked about the two shows that you didn't want to talk about. So, bam.
Jess said Demi Moore is the only person only female who should be in the special operations community. G.I. Jane. She was a fucking Navy SEAL.
She was badass. But in Mila's defense, in her own right, she does all her own physical stunts, and so she's pretty good at them too.
Does she anymore?
Yeah. Why would she? She's not old. She's not old.
She's like 52.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna. And good night, guys, because now I'm gonna murder my husband. Good
night. Hey, one more thing. You know what?
You're a dick. Yes.
Whose birthday besides your dad's? Oh no, today's. Who do you think's birthday it is? You're never gonna guess.
Your mama's? I don't know.
Flava Flav. 63.
Holy shit! Really?
I would never have thought Flavor Flav because he's such a little man.
Yeah.
I would never thought Flavor Flav is gonna be 63. I'm just saying. Like,
that's funny because he's a rapper. They don't age, right?
I always imagine him being like 30 something.
Yeah.
Like forever.
So before we go, my feel good. So
happy birthday, Flava Flav.
Happy birthday, Flavor Flav. My feel good also had to do with the birthday. My dad's 87th birthday celebration. Yeah. I'm very fortunate to still have him around. We were talking on Sunday, like we were talking about him living till his 90th.
That was kind of a cool conversation.
That was
like,
cool.
Should I hang out to that? I'm like, 3 years from now, bro.
He's like, you think I'll be here? And I was like, why wouldn't you? He's like, should I? And I'm like, why not? You're healthy. You might fall over every once in a while. As he almost falls backwards as we're having the conversation.
He's gonna start giving him piggyback rides.
Right?
Everywhere.
Just a wheelchair. I'm gonna get him electric one with the big wheels so he could be like,
I'm gonna get him those baby packs. I just put him in.
Like they do for the hiking kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So that's my feel good. So happy birthday, Daddy.
All right, mine real quick is this dog is Ruby, canine dog for the Rhode Island State Police, was once a hyperactive shelter dog who struggled to find a forever home. So now I got to pull up the story. It's going to take me a second. But ultimately, this little puppy was rescued.
So he's a police dog now.
Mm-hmm. It's a search and rescue dog.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's Canine in Rhode Island, such remarkable storied past. She inspired a Netflix movie. An Australian Shepherd and Border Collie, adopted by Corporal Daniel O'Neill in 2011, who was in need of a search and rescue dog for work. So at the time, the rambunctious 8-month-old pup had been adopted and returned to this Rhode Island Society for Prevention of Cruelty in Animals. So a shelter.
Right.
But before she found her place with O'Neill, shelter volunteers and dog trainer Patricia Inman recalls Ruby as full of energy and needed an advocate to reassure staff that euthanasia was not the right choice. So she said Ruby was a total knucklehead. She jumped and bit her leash. She wouldn't sit or lie down. She never stopped moving. She was special, and she needed special attention. She's got
Border Collie in her. Of course she was hyper.
Yep. So O'Neill, 41, enrolled Ruby in a canine training course where she reportedly graduated at the top of her class. He recalls the young pooch seemed to be determined and focused instead of boisterous and troublesome.
That's sweet.
Which is a cool thing to kind of take note of in dogs if they're hyper focused on things, right? And they're not just being dicks.
Right.
Like they need a job.
Right. They're not destroying stuff because
like
they're
German
just
Shepherd needs a job.
A lot of dogs needs a job.
A collie needs a job.
You need to know what your dog breed needs before
My golden
you get
retriever
them.
just needs treats.
Or a pillow.
Or a pillow. Or fucking
a rope.
That's it. That's all he cares about. Right?
I just need this lamb.
Ruby went on to become a canine dog for Rhode Island State Police, where she's assisted in several search and rescue missions. In 2017, O'Neill and Ruby found a teenage boy. This is where the interesting, cool part of this story happened. In 2017, O'Neill and Ruby found a teenage boy who had fallen into a ravine and remained unconscious. Wow. They later found out that the young boy was Inman's son. Inman was the trainer.
Oh, shit.
Who had been missing for 36 hours before following his accident. He said,
full circle.
Inman said, I was beside myself and overwhelmed, obviously.
Yeah.
Like the fateful day, recalling the fateful day. So many things had to fall into place for this to happen the way it did. The universe works in mysterious ways. So cheers to
I will,
Ruby.
Yeah, that's a sweet dog.
Kind of
sweet story, sweet dog. But I was laughing because, you know, we had the Demi Moore comment from Jessica, and Gregor said, Jessica, she also knows how to work a pole really well. Or as well. She knows how to work a pole as well because she was in Striptease, right? Isn't that the movie she was in?
She was.
She's 59 years old.
She's so hot as shit, dude.
Well, it's funny because I was just watching the original Charlie, not the original from the 70s, but from like the early
Drew
2000s.
One, yeah.
And she was in one
like
of them.
40 at that point.
And I was like, no, she's not. It's not.
If she's 59 now.
She's probably like 49.
She's 59 now, and that was 2005.
I don't know what year it was. It was 10 to 15 years ago. So she was in her 40s.
So she's either 45 or 40.
And then Ruben said, who let the dogs out? And every time somebody says dogs out, whether it's me or you, what do I sing?
The song.
Yeah. Who let the dogs out?
No, we all know. That's
and then
why
I
did
say,
that.
Greg.
No, you don't ever do that.
I do. You're just not around to hear it because by then you rolled your eyes and walked
We love
off.
you guys. We're going to wrap this shit up.
Bye.
You hang out with Celine way too much. Go hit the like and subscribe button if you guys don't mind. Follow us on YouTube. Share the shit out of this if you don't mind as well. Like I said, real quick recap. I'll be sending out some premieres. I'll be setting up some premieres of her dad, my interview with her dad, which kind of details like his life.
I'm sing it all night now.
So that's gonna be fun. So just go out and check those out. I'll jump into the comments and notes and stuff like that as well. So thanks all military first responders. We absolutely can't do this without you. All you guys that are watching this, thank you guys as well.
Love you guys very
Ian,
much.
Love you. Evan and Haley, miss you. Catch you all later. Have a great night.
See you Friday.